Paige Bueckers unbothered by Caitlin Clark comparisons after preseason debut. Welcome to the WNBA, Paige Bueckers. On Friday night, in front of over 7,000 fans, the 2025 No. 1 draft pick made her long-awaited debut for the Dallas Wings in a preseason matchup against the two-time champion Las Vegas Aces. And while it was a big moment, the game itself didn't go Dallas' way. The Wings were blown out 112-78. Still, the night offered a little bit of everything. A first look at Bueckers in a pro jersey, a tough test against elite competition, and of course, the start of the inevitable comparisons to Caitlin Clark. But if Bueckers was feeling any pressure, she didn't show it. When asked after the game about the comparisons to last year's No. 1 pick, Bueckers stayed calm and direct. No expectations, she said. That comes from outside sources. I'm just building with this team and trying to get better every day. No excuses. No pretending she doesn't hear the noise. Just focus. It's easy to see why the comparisons come so quickly. Both were college superstars. Both were household names before ever stepping on a WNBA court. And Caitlin Clark's rookie season was one for the books. She broke assist records, made the All-WNBA first team, and helped boost league attendance and viewership. Naturally, fans and media now wonder if Bueckers can make a similar impact. But she's not here to chase anyone else's legacy. You set a ceiling for yourself when you live in other people's expectations, Bueckers said. I'm just here to work and grow with this team. That mindset has earned her plenty of respect, even from Caitlin Clark herself. During March Madness, Clark praised Bueckers' poise on the Torresi and Bird show, saying, "Nothing ever seems to face her. She's just always the same. A steady, consistent leader." And that showed in her first real test. No nerves, no distractions. Just Paige Bueckers locked in, ready to make her own mark in the league. Paige Bueckers shows promise in preseason debut. But she's not alone in the learning curve. In her first outing as a pro, Paige Bueckers gave fans a glimpse of what made her the No. 1 overall pick. She scored 10 points in 23 minutes, shooting 4 of 7 from the field and knocking down 2 deep three-pointers that brought back memories of her days at UConn. It wasn't a flawless debut. She committed some fouls, had a few tense moments with the referees, and, of course, her team suffered a tough loss. The 112-78 blowout against the defending champs was a stark reminder that this is a different level of competition. And yes, people were quick to point out the difference between her 10 points and Caitlin Clark's 21-point debut last season. But let's not forget, Clark's first game came with its own struggles too, including 10 turnovers, which set a franchise record for the Indiana Fever. Both stars are adjusting, and the jump from a college championship in April to a pro game just weeks later is a steep one for anyone. For Paige, the context matters. Her performance came just 5 days into her very first training camp and less than a month after cutting down the nets in the NCAA tournament. There honestly wasn't much time to prepare, she admitted. And still, her play hinted at her readiness, even in the middle of all the chaos that comes with starting fresh. And here's the key thing. Paige isn't the only one in learning mode. The Dallas Wings, her new home, are deep in a full-scale rebuild. Last season was tough for Dallas. The team finished with a 9-31 record, second worst in the league. Injuries, including stretches without star forward Sadif Sabally, were a big part of that. But there were deeper issues too. Chemistry was lacking, execution was inconsistent, and the team never found its rhythm. That led to a big shakeup. Head coach Latricia Trammell was let go, and Chris Cochran was brought in as the new head coach to reset the culture and rebuild the roster. And he hasn't wasted time. Only 3 players from last year's team are back. Everyone else, Paige included, is trying to find their role in this new-look Wings squad. So yes, Bueckers is adjusting, but so is the entire franchise.
Recording in progress.
Okay, we are joined by Coach Planis, Zaya James, and Paige Bueckers. We'll open up to questions in person and then we'll move to the Zoom.
Adam Rinford with ESPN. Paige, what was just this day like emotionally, kind of going through it, and then obviously you've been in a lot of big games. What was it just like being out there again?
Yeah, it's super surreal in terms of the turnaround from where I was 2 weeks ago to where I am today. But just soaking it up, enjoying every moment, getting used to new routines, traditions, new teammates, new organization, and just excited to play basketball again with this new group and continue to grow and get better every single day.
I know it's just one game, but like in terms of a difference, do you notice much of a difference? Obviously, playing with this level of player out there versus the college game.
Yeah, the pace, the flow of the game, the talent level, of course. We're playing, especially against the Aces, against like 5 Olympic level players, and just a great team and organization. And yeah, I would say that.
Go ahead. This is also for Paige. Did you expect to get this kind of ovation from a Notre Dame crowd, or did you bring all those people from your home state?
Well, it wasn't UConn playing Notre Dame, so you expect a little bit different energy from the crowd. But just this environment, I thought it was a great idea to come back and have preseason games at college campuses. So hopefully we can get one at UConn.
Kurt Mello, Associated Press. This is also for Paige. Could you talk about how you prepared to transition to the WNBA, especially looking back at some of the experiences of other #1 selections?
Honestly, there was not a lot of time to prepare. And like I said, in terms of the turnaround from season to season, but just leaning on what's gotten me here and continue to build off that, get ready for the physical level of play, try to stay as well conditioned as I could, but also getting a break and rest between last season, this upcoming season. So just leaning on all those things.
Did the WNBA or the Wings talk to you about how to handle just that line between basketball and celebrity, given that you're #1 in the world?
I don't see myself as a celebrity at all, just a basketball player.
But did you get any advice on just how to approach the season?
I mean, we talk amongst players. Me and coach talk just about staying present and being where your feet are, and that's all really focused on.
Christian Conway, Insider. Isaiah, this first question's for you. You played with so much confidence today. Did you know that you were going to go out there and play like that, or did you just kind of get into the flow of the game?
You know, coach always emphasized just being ready when your number called, and when my number was called, you know, I was ready to feel the fire. You know, I'm a rookie, so it's my job to keep the momentum when I'm coming off the bench.
Did you notice any difference of pace between the college level and then the WNBA level?
Definitely, it's definitely a fast pace, but you know, just taking time, you know, being where I'm at, and you know, learning from my vets and my coaches, and you know, allowing myself to control myself, and you know, being able to keep up with the pace.
Thank you.
For Coach, just what were some of your overall takeaways from the game, and just what are some things you can maybe build on with a week of practices ahead?
Yeah, again, that was our start. That was our start, and it's just the start. So lots of new pieces working together, playing together for the first time. Again, it's our 5th day. So I thought we saw a little zone. We had to prep for that. I thought what hurt us too was just the live ball turnovers, because those live balls, those steals, now when you're in transition, it's really tough to be able to match up and get your defense set. So you saw us kind of out there. It looked like we were lost, but a lot of it was off of steals, live ball turnovers. So it's hard to get matched up and get people guarded. So you know, if we could clean it up a little bit and take care of the ball better and make simpler plays, I think that'll help.
And then you tried some small ball lineups. Obviously, as you guys are just testing different lineups, just what were some of your impressions of how those look today, and what excites you about the potential of those?
Yeah, again, I love our roster's versatility and just an ability to play different ways based on how the game is flowing, on our personnel, opponent's personnel. So it was good. Again, and that's the balance with these preseason games, right? It's trying to figure out lineups, trying to figure out combinations, all while giving them time to grow and feel what it's like to play together, all while giving other people opportunities to make a team. So there's a lot going on right now.
Go over to the Zoom with Dorothy.
Hi, Coach. Can you guys hear me?
Yep, we got you.
Okay. Coach, question for you, Coach, and a question for Isaiah. Talk about what you saw out of JJ today, and for Isaiah, what part your game are you most proud of today, and what do you want to work to improve for the next game?
Yeah, I thought first with Isaiah, I thought she came in ready. She was a spark off the bench right away and fearless. And so I love that. Just playing with an edge, like she belongs here because she does. And then JJ the same, right? JJ came in fearless, right? You look out there, she's tiny, but she plays way bigger, right? Her ability to impact the ball. And then you saw when she's got the ball in her hand, she can get anywhere on the floor, right? She was really good just getting the spots. And put a lot of pressure on the defense, dominating the paint, and unafraid to attack the rim at her height. So I was impressed with the pressure that she put on the rim.
Just with my game today, I feel like we on all three levels, hitting the three, trying to attack kill, seeing open mans on the cuts. Things I can work on, just fighting over those screens and being more physical, and just getting to that point.
We'll go to Rob.
I have one question for Paige and one for Isaiah. For Paige, as you reflect on your first WNBA game on the court, you looked like you were finding your groove out there, and how was it adjustment for you, not only with the pace, but also just relying on what's made you succeed on the basketball court? And for Isaiah, I saw that you and Maddie were developing great chemistry out there, so how would you describe the experience of gelling with your teammates in this preseason matchup versus a training camp environment?
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, like Coach talked about, this is just a start, and you want to continue to build off that. But in terms of today, I thought, like Isaiah was talking about, like screen navigation on defense is a place where I want to improve. We want to improve as a team, so continue to grow on that. And then just also, like Coach talked about, eliminating live ball turnovers and getting better matchups on transition defense. So in terms of like places and areas we need to grow, I think those are the areas.
Definitely my vets make me comfortable, so I feel like when I go out there, I can trust everybody on the court. They can trust me on the court, so just Maddie cuts all the time, so just keep looking for her and just passing it to her. It was good today.